Came to see the Convoy fighting for freedom.
The wheels have fallen off this bus. Time to take our country back.
So violent!
Yeah.
We're born free, and I got some conviction. I'm gonna die free.
I have a baby on the back. This, this isn't violent. This is our right.
Stay strong, truckers in Ottawa. You got this.
Sheila, Gunn, Reid for Rebel News, and I'm here just outside of the Alberta Legislature grounds in the heart of downtown Edmonton. And I'm told there will be some sort of convoy and protest here today. And I heard there will be some truckers and farmers, so I'm ready to meet some of my people as they stand for freedom. And I had to get here quite early because police had already started blocking off the roads well in advance of the convoy. The convoy and protest is part of an ongoing nationwide movement of convoys and protests against pandemic lockdown restrictions and vaccine mandates that 2 years in just don't seem to make any sense anymore to the public. Today's event in Edmonton is a shadow protest that mirrors a larger one, currently bunging up the nation's capital of Ottawa, where late last week, hundreds of thousands of Canadians from all across the country converged on the city to send a message to politicians. That's what you do when you don't think politicians are listening. You go where they are and you make yourself heard. Today we've got rebels in 9 cities across the country, covering a movement of largely ordinary people from all walks of life that the Prime Minister has called fringe and extreme, including Toronto and Ottawa, where both cities have basically militarized against peaceful protesters, treating them like domestic terrorists. Even though police reported crime rates in Ottawa have actually declined during the convoy protest. The fraidy cat politicians have even called it an occupation. And they pressured GoFundMe to snatch $9 million worth of donations from the truckers. That's right. After nearly 3 weeks of the far left telling us the organizers of the convoy were going to steal the GoFundMe money, it was indeed the left who stole it in the end. Yes, friends, as so often is the case with the left, when they accuse you of things, that call is usually coming from inside the house. Now, we've also got a rebel team at the Coots border crossing in southern Alberta, where truckers and farmers have been blocking off the road to commercial traffic, though they are letting locals, emergency vehicles, and school buses through the border. I even heard that the Cowboys showed up today. The protest in Coots has gotten so large that the police are now obstructing traffic into the area and corralling supporters by the thousands about 20 kilometers up the road in Milk River. You can see all of our coverage at convoyreports.com, and you can support the legal defense of those truckers at the border as they stand for freedom at truckerlawyer.ca. Now, I am, as you can tell, very excited to be on assignment outside the legislature today, where after being told for 22 months that all we needed to give these people 2 weeks to flatten the curve, 18 wheels might be what we need to flatten tyranny. I also heard there might be some Antifa counter-protesters here today, but don't worry, I won't approach them because they tend to be out of control of their emotions, and there's something about my face that they really, really hate. The far left has actually assaulted me just in this area before. And even though I'm working in a crowd of friendlies, I am working alone, so I'm not going to go near them. But I will tell you that if the Antifa is here, they know the truckers aren't violent because they wouldn't show up here if they thought the truckers would react. Anyway, let's go check it out.
Came to see the Convoy fighting for freedom.
Look at you, bunch of fringe radicals. What are you doing down here?
Just to support our kids, right? Enough is enough. The wheels have fallen off this bus. Time to take our country back.
Just because they're everyday Canadians and we're just out standing up for ourselves. And the government and the media, they're just stomping on us. Especially the media. When we needed the media the most, they cut us off at the knees with their lies. And the government, they've done nothing for us. These lockdowns and these mandates are not effective, and they're harming people, harming innocent people, Canadians that are just trying to make a living and survive, and they're being harmed. And personally, I've had enough, and I wanted to come down here and voice my opinion. My air horn has ran out of juice already, so I'm just yelling now.
This is crazy. This is the biggest support I've ever seen for anything. So let's get our freedoms back and let's go back to work. And that's from all the truckers, everybody around here.
This is the new Canada. We got to keep going. Stay strong, truckers in Ottawa. You got this.
I heard that you guys are a bunch of fringe radicals. Violent even.
So violent.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be robots.
That's right. Yes.
That's how I feel. Fear is the virus and love is the cure, and mainstream media is the disease, right? Like they don't ever say love, right? There's no love in their heart. So why would they say it? It's obvious now, right? Look at everybody here. We just want to love each other. We just want to be ourselves. We just want to have our basic fundamental rights, and they don't have the right to take that away from us. And we're born free, and I got some conviction. I'm gonna die free.
Tell me about your big needle.
Oh yeah, well we're just looking for anyone that wants to get a single jab dose, and this one accomplishes it. So no more these 3, 4, 5, 8 doses. This'll accomplish everything that the government wants. So this is all, what this thing is all about.
It's probably as effective as the current doses.
Well, we're good. The testing is coming out soon.
Do you trust Jason Kenney when he says the vaccine mandates are dropping next week?
It's hard to believe him when he's flip-flopped so many times.
No, I don't. He says next week, but he's saying that he's suspending him, which I find that that doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
I don't think he has a choice. He's heard us. He can't ignore us. And there's too many of us. You can't deny it. I have a baby on the back. This isn't violent. This is our right. And you've taken it away for too long. It's time for some changes. And it's happening if you like it or not, Kenny. Trudeau, you're not in power anymore. The people are. So it is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. And we're here, and it's amazing. It's the first time we actually bought a Canada flag, and never been prouder. And our Canada Day is January 29th now, and I've never seen so many people united. No one cares where you're from, what you look like, or what your beliefs are. It's amazing.
He's misled us before, so my trust for him is pretty limited. Sometimes he seems like he wants to do the right thing, or he tries, but then it just blows up in his face, I guess. I guess no, I don't trust him, to answer your question bluntly.
I think that Jason Kenney will bring back the mandates, but we're going to have to fight our city mayor, Amarjeet Sohi, because he wants to stop it, and I don't think he can.
What do you think? This should really scare the big city mayors, shouldn't it?
Absolutely it should, because I think we're going to be here as long as we need to be.
Thousands upon thousands of people were down here today. There were hundreds, maybe 1,000 truckers and dozens of tractors. It was completely peaceful, non-violent while I was down here. Completely family-friendly by and large. It's been a symphony of horns from people who are no longer waiting for their freedom to be given back to them. So they're just taking it back. And you know what this really is? It's a class struggle. The avocado toast class, they don't like the meat and potatoes classes standing up to them. They don't like knowing that the coverall class knows they have the power to change things. And the laptop class of professional hypochondriacs, they know their time in charge is over. Now, to see all of our coverage of the Convoy and to support our independent journalism on the Convoys all across the country, might I add, please visit convoyreports.com. For Rebel News here in Edmonton, before my voice gives out because I'm trying to yell over the horns, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Rebel News currently has reporters today on Saturday in 9 cities across Canada covering the ongoing Convoy protests against the lockdown restrictions here in Canada. To support our independent journalism and to see all of our coverage, please visit convoyreports.com.